Okay, crock pot chili time. So we're gonna put 2 pounds of hamburger. You can put this if you want. This is frozen. If you have fresh hamburger, you can put it right in the crock pot the way it is. I'm gonna fry it up. It was completely frozen, but I defrosted a little bit in the microwave, and here we're gonna get some color on it. This way, frying it up, you can take any of the grease off of it, even though this is lean hamburger. If you want, just say scooping it off the chili at the end. But if you want to do this, you can do this in 15 minutes just by putting the hamburger right into the crock pot. But we'll fry that up first, and we'll be right back. Now, as this hamburger is frying up, if you want to make this into vegan, it's super simple. Go to your favorite store. I can get it right at Walmart. Get 2 cans of jackfruit. That's jackfruit. So 2 pounds, 3 pounds of jackfruit. It comes in a can. You take the moisture off of it, and you can put that right in the crock pot. You can do the same thing and make pulled pork out of jackfruit. Works fine. Just put pulled pork in your crock pot. Let it cook up. It will get very, very fine, just like pulled pork, and then whack the barbecue sauce and spices. But in this case, we're making chili, and so as we're frying this up, you could just substitute jackfruit for the hamburger and make this vegan very easy. We're going to put in 1 full diced onion. It was a fair size onion. I'll show you in a minute. 1 and 2 cloves of garlic. Garlic's optional in this recipe. I like it if you fry it in. It just gives you a hint of garlic as opposed to just overpowers it. So that's frying. We're going to put a teaspoon of black pepper in here, and we're going to put a teaspoon of chili pepper or chili powder that's in there. If somebody's looking close, they'll say he's using a tablespoon, but I've got a teaspoon inside that. And then we're going to continue to let this fry up. Again, we could just throw these ingredients right into the crock pot and be done with it as raw. But you'll notice we've got a little bit of moisture, and I'm going to take off that fat before it goes into the crock pot. And we're timed so far. We're 4 minutes into it, frying on high heat, and I'm just going to get a little bit of cook on that onion before we do that. The onion. This is the size of onion I used, which is exactly the same as a baseball. Not a softball, but a baseball. That's what we chopped up. You can put a half a teaspoon of salt in this. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of Mrs. Dash or Ms. Dash, and this is going to be the garlic and herb one, and so I'm just going to put that in there, and that's our spice mix. So we put that mixture into the crock pot. There's how much fat you would be dealing with we're removing out of the moisture. And you could say there's some flavor in there. There definitely is. And there's some chili powder in there. So we're going to augment it with just a little bit more chili powder. Here we're gonna put a splash of Lea & Perrins sauce, whatever Worcester sauce that you care for. Then we're going to put in 2 cans of beans. You can put Libby's brown beans would have been what my dad would have done. Bush's browned homestyle baked beans. I like the darker beans in there. That's something that's only in the last 25 years that you could even get up here. And the secret ingredient is Heinz tomato soup. Campbell's. I use Campbell's on everything except for tomato soup. So Heinz tomato soup, Campbell's for everything else in our house, but Heinz tomato soup. 1 can of Heinz tomato soup. That is the secret ingredient. And before somebody gives me the nasty comments, yes, I noticed it on here. This brown beans. This particular can has bacon in it. So if you're doing vegan, obviously no bacon. You can also substitute. You can also add in, not substitute. You can also add in your beans, like kidney beans. With the jackfruit, if you do a white kidney beans, you can have a white chilies effect on it. Sometimes I'll put in black-eyed peas. You'll also see the 6-bean salad cans, just drain that off, just throw the 6-bean salad in. That makes a nice, a unique taste as well. There we have it. I'm going to put a little bit more chili powder. You can use pepper flakes if you want to get some heat to this. You can also use jalapenos if it's just my son and I that I'm doing it. I will chop up some jalapenos fine and put that in. You know, you can get your Scotch bonnet peppers or that type of thing. Avoid, even in the vegetarian, avoid putting like bell peppers, green peppers, that type of thing. It just changes the taste profile considerably, and that I avoid. But you know, your hot peppers, you can do that. And so that's basically it. Real time today, including filming on the clock time was 21 minutes. I can do this in about 8 minutes if we don't fry up the hamburger. And then we're just going to leave this on low. Looks like it's done, but it's not really. And we're going to leave this on low for about 5 hours. You can do it as short as 2 hours, but the more time you give this on low, the more the flavors marry into each other, and you'll have some fantastic chili. Enjoy.